I, Dr. Manoj Kumar, Associate Professor in Botany from Government College for Women, Rewari. I am presenting a lecture under the aegis of Director General Higher Education, Haryana. The name of the topic is Important Features and Life History of Phytophthora of section Fungi from paper Diversity of Microbes of subject Botany. The content of the present lecture is the taxonomic position of Phytophthora, occurrence and habit, symptoms of disease, late blight of potato, vegetative structure, reproduction by asexual and sexual, life cycle and location of meiosis in Phytophthora, questions and sources. The taxonomic position of Phytophthora as per the Alexopoulos and Mims 1979, Phytophthora belongs from the superkingdom Eukaryota, kingdom Mycetei, division Mastigomycotina, subdivision Diplomastigomycotina, class Oomycetes, order Pernosporals, family Pythaceae, genus Phytophthora. Occurrence and habit of Phytophthora. The genus Phytophthora includes about 75 species, among of which approximately 15 species have been reported from India. Most of the species of Phytophthora are facultative saprophytes, while a few are facultative parasites. The genus of Phytophthora is most destructive, as the name itself indicates. Phyta means plant, Phthora means destroyer. One of the most common and widespread species, Phytophthora infestans, which causes late blight disease of potato and root rot of potato. On the hills at the height of 2000 meter during the rainy season, when the day temperature is never above 20 to 23 degrees Celsius. This disease occurs on an epidemic scale. In Europe, from 1843 to 46, a potato famine resulting death of a quarter of a million people occurred due to epidemic caused by Phytophthora infestans. It is either occurs in mild form in the plains because high temperature and drought kill the fungus in soil and in seed tubers. The factors which favor the spread of disease are warm, muggy and moist weather, continuous rain, day temperature not about 23 degrees Celsius, because mycelium perishes at about 26 degrees Celsius. Some other common species of Phytophthora are Phytophthora cryptogaea, which causes root rot of tomato, Phytophthora ericae, causes rot disease on ericae catechu, means supari, Phytophthora nicotianae, causes black scent of tobacco, Phytophthora megasperma, causes root rot of cauliflower, Phytophthora citrophthora, which causes brown rot of lemon. Next is symptoms of disease, that is late blight of potato, which is caused by the Phytophthora infestans. The symptoms can be seen on any parts of the plant, either leaves, petiole, stem, and tubers. On leaves, the symptoms appear in the form of dark brown, olive green, oval, or irregular water soaked area. In early stages, symptoms develop at the tips or the margins of old leaves. The infection spreads vigorously when temperature is low and atmosphere is humid, and soon appears in the form of blight. On the ventral surface of the leaf, white cottony structures develop due to the growth of conidiophores. In case of severe infection, practically all parts of the host plant become brown and then degenerate. The mycelium infects tubers and this turns their skin brown. If conditions are humid, the cells of the tuber become soft and dark brown known as wet rot. In dry atmosphere, however, the potato pulp does not rot, but its interior part becomes black. Condition is called dry rot. In severe cases of infection, when the entire plant dies, mycelium either survives in potato tubers or passes winters in the soil. Vegetative structure of the Phytophthora. Vegetative plant body of Phytophthora consists of long, filamentous, branched, aseptate, and multinucleate hyphae. Such condition is called acellular synostich. Mycelium is hyaline, irregularly branched. It consists of thick cell wall made up of glucans, a distinct plasma membrane, and cytoplasm containing scattered nuclei, dictyosomes, lomasomes, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and many vacuoles with lipid inclusions. Septa appear during differentiation of sex organs or in older hyphae. The mycelium is both intracellular and intracellular. It produces intracellular, short, simple, curved, and cylindrical hostoria to absorb nourishment from the host cells. At the site of hostoria formation, a sheath of electrodense amorphous material ca- called sheath matrix or extrahostorial matrix, which is secreted to separate the hostorial wall from host cytoplasm. Reproduction in Phytophthora. Reproduction takes place by means of both types of methods, asexual and sexual. In asexual reproduction, there are two types, by spore formation and by chlamydospore formation. First, by spore formation. During warm and damp weather, a tuft of slender, branched hyphae arise from the internal mycelium. It comes out through the stomata, in leaves, or through lenticels in tubers, or through epidermis or the injured part of skin. These aerial, haline, and sympodially branched hyphae of indeterminate growth are called sporangiophores or conidiophores. The sporangiophores bear terminal sporangia in succession. These are the sporangia, which are subsequently shifted to the lateral in positions, that is shifting of in lateral position by further growth of sporangiophores. Sporangium. The mature sporangium is a haline, oval, or elliptical in shape. It is thin-walled, multinucleate spore sac with a small stalk and apical papilla. These easily get detached from the sporangiophores and dispersed on other plants or soil by rain splashes or through the wind. The places of attachment leave knee-shaped bending. These are the knee-shaped bending in the sporangiophores. Germination of sporangium. The germination of sporangium is governed by temperature and humidity and classified into two types. One is indirect germination, second is direct germination. In indirect germination, at temperature 16 degrees Celsius or below, means cool condition, and humid conditions, sporangium behaves like zoosporangium by producing zoospores. On reaching a suitable host, it absorbs moisture and swells up. Its protoplasm cleaved into as many pieces as the number of nuclei, usually 5 to 10. These protoplasmic pieces metamorphose into naked, uninucleate, reniform, biflagellate zoospores. Each zoospore bears two unequal flagella, and the flagellae are laterally inserted. One is shorter, directed backward, named tin cell type, and the other flagella is longer, directed forward is of whiplash type. The zoospores released by bursting of zoosporidium from papillary region swim actively for some time in thin film of water, come to rest, withdraw their flagella, and may insist. The insisted zoospore germinates by producing a germ tube which grows over the surface of leaf. It produces a flattened pressing organ, the aprisorium at its tip. From the under surface of whole arises a fine tubular peg-like outgrowth called the infection hyphae. The infection hyphae pierce the cuticle and then grows as intercellular hyphae. Second type of germination, that is the direct germination. In wet and warm weather, temperature 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, the sporangium behaves like conidiosporangia and germinates directly by giving out a germ tube. The germ tube may be branched like this or remain unbranched. It functions as conidia, causing primary infection to the host plant. Second type of asexual reproduction, by chlamydospore formation. In Phytophthora colocasia and Phytophthora parasitica have been reported to produce thick-walled, spherical, haline, and papillate intercalary or terminal spores called chlamydospores. The chlamydospores contain a large amount of lipid and reserve vacuoles. Each spore germinated to produce 3 to 11 germ tubes bearing sporangia at their tips. Each sporangium on germination causes primary infection. Second type of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction. The sexual reproduction in Phytophthora is oogamous type, and mode of sexual fusion is gametangial contact. The male sex organs are antheridia and female sex organs are oogonia. Various species of Phytophthora may be homothallic. Example of Phytophthora ericae, Phytophthora palmivora, Phytophthora himalayensis, or some species are heterothallic. Example Phytophthora infestans. Depending upon the position of antheridium in relation to oogonium, the various species are grouped under two categories. One is Paragynous antheridium, another is Amphigynous antheridium. Paragynous antheridium, in some species like Phytophthora cactorium, Phytophthora nicotiana, the position of antheridium is lateral to the oogonium. In this, an oogonium is formed first, and then from the same or nearby hyphae, an antheridium develops. Second type, that is amphiginous antheridium. In some species, example Phytophthora infestans, Phytophthora colocaceae, Phytophthora parasitica, Phytophthora erythroseptica. The antheridium arises as a short lateral hyphae from the inflated tip of mycelium, that is the inflated tip of mycelium. It is thin-walled, containing non-vacuolated cytoplasm with one or two nuclei. After the inception of oogonial branch through the antheridium, it becomes a collar-like structure around the base of oogonium called amphiginous type. This is the collar-like structure which is present at the base of oogonium. A septum is formed to delimit it from the parental hyphae. The antheridium contains about 8 to 12 nuclei formed from the original 2 nuclei of young antheridium after the penetration by the oogonial branch by the division. The division, according to some investigators or researchers, is haploid mitotic, and according to some others, is meiotic. Prior to fertilization, all the nuclei except one degenerate, which functions as male nucleus. Second is the oogonium. Oogonium also arises as short lateral hyphae without any inflation, containing dense multinucleate cytoplasm. The antheridium and oogonium of opposite mating type are curved towards each other. Eventually, oogonial incept punctures the antheridium, grows through it, and emerges on the other side, where it swells up into a globose structure called the oogonium. Oogonium has a dense multinucleate cytoplasm when in young condition. On towards maturity, it increases in size. The nuclei, which are spherical and about 40 numbers, undergo division and, according to some researchers, is haploid mitotic, and according to some other researchers, is meiotic. On maturity, all the nuclei except one degenerate, and the remaining one functions as egg or oospore nucleus. Fertilization. The oogonial wall bulges at the receptive spot, that is bulging of oogonial wall, into the antheridium, and the wall at the contact dissolve. Antheridium produces a fertilization tube which pushes through the receptive spot, transferring the content of antheridium into the oogonium. First is plasmogamy, which is followed by the karyogamy and results in the formation of diploid cell. The fertilized egg secretes a thick wall around itself to become an oospore, and the oospore undergoes a period of rest for the whole in winter. Oospore can also develop parthenogenetically. Germination. With the onset of favorable temperature from 12 to 22 degrees Celsius, diploid nucleus of oospore divides repeatedly to produce a number of nuclei. Oospore wall absorbs water to increase in size and finally ruptures to produce a germ tube. That is the germ tubes which is shown in the figure. The germ tube may directly grow into a mycelium or ends in a terminal papillate germ sporangium. This terminal sporangium may also germinate directly by forming a germ tube, or it may produce zoospores that liberate and germinate to give rise a new mycelium. Life cycle and location of meiosis in Phytophthora. Till recently, the widely held view was that Phytophthora has a haploid life cycle. The only diploid structure in the Phytophthora life cycle is the oospore, that is 2N in nature, which is formed by the fusion of male and female nucleus. Meiosis takes place in the zygote, means shows the zygotic meiosis. The scheme of zygotic meiosis and haploid cycle in Phytophthora has been reconfirmed by Timmer et al. In 1970, Gentmer and Irwin in 1970, and Stephens et al. In Phytophthora capsicii. In contrast, Sansome in 1965 sounded a discordant note, suggested gametal meiosis in Phytophthora, that is gametal meiosis. On this basis, the haploid phase in this fungus is extremely reduced and restricted to the gametes only, means shows the gametic meiosis. Further evidence in favor of diploid life cycle and gametal meiosis was furnished by Sansome in 1976. In Phytophthora capsicii, by the observation of pachytene, diplotin, and dikinesis stages, characteristics of meiosis 1 in the oogonium, and she confirmed gametangial meiosis in the life cycle of Phytophthora. The Delivered lecture is also tagged by the questions. There are three types of questions are incorporated. One is multiple choice, second is short answer, third is the long answer. In multiple choice questions, one is the late blight of potato is caused by, the answer is the B, means by Phytophthora infestans. Next, late blight of potato was first introduced in India in which place? Answer is C, means Nilgiri Hills. Next, which is true for late blight of potato under field condition? Answer is both A and B, means the effect is primary as well as secondary. Potato famine of Ireland in 1845 was caused by, answer is D, that is Phytophthora infestans. Next, in Phytophthora, the asexual reproductive bodies are, answer is C, that is Conidiosporangia. Next type of questions, that is short answer. There are few questions are given like the write the taxonomic position of Phytophthora. How does the annual recurrence of Phytophthora blight take place? Give symptoms of disease late blight of potato. Write economic importance of Phytophthora. Give special features of sexual reproduction in Phytophthora. What is aprisorium? Under what conditions a sporangium is called conidium? Write short notes on paragynous and amphigynous antheridia. Name the disease and its symptoms caused by Phytophthora. Next, that is long answer type. Give an account on life history of Phytophthora. Describe the asexual reproduction in Phytophthora. Describe sex organs in Phytophthora. Describe the main features of the structure and life history of Phytophthora. Describe the mycelium and sex organs in Phytophthora. In the delivered lecture, the materials, either in the form of text, figures, or images, have been retrieved from various types of sources. One is the types of the books. The books are of different publications. One is Ashchan publication. Next is Rastogi publications, Pradeep publications, modern publishers. Also taken from the help of the internets by different websites. These are the websites from which the materials have been taken. Thank you all of you.